The meteorite had crashed to Earth the night before, embedding itself in the rain-softened ground. Now it sat in the containment, in the unit in the local laboratory. The brown pitted rock was larger than the three average watermelons put together, and one of the two scientists in charge of investigating it noted its overall shape greatly resembled of a skull of an animal such as a wolf or a goat. As the scientists made their observations, a brown gas suddenly began leaking from the rock. "Should we go get the masks?" the younger scientist asked. "No, the container is absolutely leak-proof," replied the other scientist. They began watch as the mysterious gas continued to issue from the meteorite. Finally, it stopped flowing and formed a large fume. The fume held its shape for a good second, and then it began to change. The scientists didn't think much of it at first, but when they realized that the fume was forming into a solid shape before their horrific eyes and the gas formed itself into an alien creature, its overall shape was like a stereotypical Western depiction of a genie. Of its body is tapered with a wisp of gas in place of its legs. Its head was like of a hyena's back, tufts of hair on the crown and long, human-like strands of hair on the back. Its arms ended with the curved claws swerving as its fingers. Its inhuman eyes were fluorescent yellow. At first it looked like the scientist in confusion, but then when its expression turned into anger, it roared at them, revealing a snout full of fangs. It formed one of its hands into a fist and began pounding on the container of glass. "Don't worry," this older scientist reassured the younger. "I won't be able to break through the glass." However, the scientist underestimated the creature's strength. After a couple more blows, it punched right through the glass and exited out of the chamber, causing the younger scientist to cry out in fright. Instead of attacking, the creature flew past the duo and exited out of the room, leaving a trail of gas behind it. Within seconds, it had left the building, its gaseous nature allowing it to slip through the closed door. The younger scientist didn't feel well. What just occurred to me was a shocking of itself, but when the creature left, it had advertently inhaled some of the gas that it consisted of. He felt woozy and rested his head on his hand. As seconds passed, he felt the strange feeling intensified. Suddenly, he began laughing, and of course, hysterical laughing. The older scientist realized that his associate had inhaled the toxic gas and was now having an adverse reaction. "Wait here, I'll go get the oxygen tank," he instructed. Before he could move, however, the younger scientist grabbed him by the throat, squeezed it tightly. He looked at the older scientist with an expression of a sadistic glee, and then the other older scientists in horror. His eyes had turned yellow and gleamed like the creature's. Later, when he went to investigate the incident, SC had observed the older scientist. He was barely conscious as a result of the beating he had taken. The bruises on his face and neck evidence of his battering SC turned back to the younger scientist, still shaken from what had happened. "You were compelled to this after inhaling the creature's gas?" "Yes," the stunned scientist replied softly. "It was like it somehow took over my mind. I lost control of my actions after inhaling that gas. The creature somehow willed me to attack him, and I had to obey." SC grimly reflected on the situation. There was an unknown alien creature who was apparently made of some kind of mind-controlling gas. It could slip through the cracks, fly and take over the minds of compel others to its bidding. And now that it was on the loose, he sighed. It looked over like he had his work cut out from him.